Hello, my name is Sean Thompson. I'm 21 years old and I'm from Virginia Beach. I'd like to tell you a little bit about myself and show you a little bit around my world. Myself and a few of my friends like to call me the Doctor for obvious reasons and for even more obvious reasons. And I hope you will consider me for Season 2 of King of the Nerds. I'm not color coordinated. Summary of my life. I was homeschooled for a good portion until I got to my high school years, and then I went to what was called HSEP, which was a homeschool enrichment program. It's like public school 2 times a week, and we had university grade instructors teach us the stuff that our parents couldn't, and it was a lot of work. There was a huge workload. I was actually relieved when I got to college because the workload reduced, but I was there for a while, for all of high school, and of course I wasn't very popular. I was the oddball, but that carried on into college as well, and that's actually what made me popular. Me being a big Doctor Who fan, I dress like this. I dress in long coats and bow ties and neckties and ascots all day, and there's not a day from beginning semester to the end of the semester where people would come up to me and say something like, "Hey, I know you, I've seen you around, you're the guy that dresses up nice, you're the guy with the British accent," or on a good day I'll actually get, "Hey, you're the Doctor," and I'll really geek out and go, "Yes I am." But I really feel I've accomplished a lot more in college than I have in high school. My first biggest achievement was actually making Dean's List, which was a big deal for me because I had never achieved something that big in high school. Then I got accepted into an honor society, the National Society of Leadership and Success, or Alpha Sigma Pi, and so I'm currently a member of that. But I just feel that college for me are the best years of my life, because it's given me so much, and I've met so many intellectual people there, people on my level, and a couple of nerds themselves, but yeah. So this is my little corner of the universe. It literally is a little corner, but it's my corner. And over here by the door we have a few of my robes and whatnot all hanging on my coat rack, a few ties, a few scarves, and a few, well, we don't need to worry about those, but also my hats. I love collecting old hats, particularly fedoras from the 1920s all through the 80s, rain hats, caddy hats, you name them, I love them all. I probably have 1 or 2 of them in here somewhere. Over here we have my light board, which is another one of my workstations. It's where I do all my drawings. See a few of those here. My typewriter up here as well, which yes I do use. A few of my masks just for decorations, and my daggers. My books that I read every now and then. And up here is my steampunk stuff. One of my wigs, a top hat and military hat, some goggles and mouse, my crossbow, all next to my Halo statuette. And over here we have my books. These are my necessities. These are the books that I read a lot. My Halo books, my J.R.R. Tolkien section, a few others, but also my science book. I don't think there's a home in the universe that should be without one of these. I think everybody has a guide to the elements. This, dictionaries, medical dictionaries, and the DSM are essentials to having in any household. And this right here is my favorite physics book, Physics for the Rest of Us. It's more of a philosophy book, but that's why I like physics, is because it's not just a science. It's the philosophy of the modern world. One of my most favorite debates about physics is that matter outside of our senses is possibly different, that matter beyond what we see and touch and smell and taste is either not there or different than what we perceive, and it's really cool. I love those kinds of discussions. We also have a few of my screwdrivers, which I change out every now and then. but mostly keep my signature one on me. We have my computer, and then of course we have another monitor that I use as my TV, my Xbox, loaded with a few DVDs and video games. When I was younger, I did a couple seasons of baseball, 2 I think, but that was when I was very young. I mostly did basketball for 5 or 6 seasons, but during my 4th or 5th was when I started doing Hikaru Sulu's martial art, and that was fencing. I love fencing. Fencing is one that really pushes you to use both this and this. So you get to play with blades. Why not? I mean, you can't go wrong with that. You get to play with swords. I've been teaching fencing for about 2 years now. I'm actually looking for some job applications at some universities, but I teach at Virginia Wesleyan College. I love it when I get military people, because you think they'd be the only people to do fencing, but really I get some Navy guys and they drop dead within the first 5 minutes, and I've even had a few of them tell me that fencing is harder than boot camp. So it's fun to watch, it's fun to experience, and it's fun to do. Some of my other interests outside of school and fencing, I love going to antique shops. I love old things. I love old hats, old clothing. I love old magazines, pictures, record players, radios, things of that sort, things that most people love to collect. I'm also a big fan, that's why I'm a big fan of Victorian steampunk. That's steampunk of about the 1890s. I do a lot of steampunk cosplay. So that's a little bit about me and what I like to do and what I like, a little bit about my world, a little background into me. I hope you will consider me for King of the Nerds Series 2, and if you do, I look forward to seeing you on TV.